Hey, welcome to our discussion. Today I'm going to share with you this fantastic project which I did a few years ago. What is this? Here I applied affinity clustering technique to kind of organize the data. By now, we discussed that data doesn't mean just some kind of information, numbers, or just kind of a chart. Okay, data means anything and everything. Even images can be considered data. So that's what you can see in this project. So I'm gonna share with you this fantastic project. You can see now there are a good amount of images. We're considering these images as a data point, and you already guessed it, these are COVID masks. So we collected a bunch of COVID masks, around 20-25 images. Then we wanted to group them under affinity cluster. Okay, so that's what we did. Like, we grouped under these four groups. So if you see our data points, which happens to be image here, and you can see some of the masks are just a regular medical mask, so we group them under medical masks. Then we have a second row here, you can see, which are kind of masks, but they are clothing. They use a cloth to make these masks, which has got a nice flower pattern or colorful mask. Then we have a third row, which again masks, which are made out of clothes. But the beauty of this is, like, they used these fashion brand textures, like high fashion brand textures. And the last one, which you can see, these are the ramp walker, the fashion models who are walking on the ramp. They are wearing these masks, which corresponds to the attire of what they are wearing in this fashion show. Yeah, so it's corresponding to their style. So now we bucketed these masks into these four groups. One happens to be just one-time use and throw, just basic medical mask. The second one is homemade or cloth stitched mask. The third one is, again, it's a cloth, but this time they use fashion brand texture, which is very easily recognizable. And the last group, which is a ramp walker, using this the mask as a part of their whole styling. Yeah. Now, once we collected data and made this affinity clustering, that is when we started seeing that, hey, we have to go beyond just analyzing or grouping this data. We have to contemplate and see some possibilities, what new narratives we can create. So that's when I started contemplating on it. And in the following slide, you can see that in this grouping, I can see two extremes. One is very basic, use and throw. Another is extremely fashionable, high fashion, on the ramp. So what does it suggest philosophically? One is a need. It's very basic need. Okay. Another is a want. So I use this contrast, need and want aspects to narrate the story. And further, I looked at it, the ramp walk mask, you kind of juxtaposed with your just medical bare minimum mask. There's a whole lot of articles around this, like the N95 grade mask. This ramp walk mask is not just a nice looking mask. It has got a N95 graded mask. It does the protection, and it's not only looking beautiful, but it has got a functionality as well. Okay, so therefore we kind of narrated saying that protection with style statement, sort of a headline. And further, I played with their identity and, of course, COVID-19, and to create this simple, subtle kind of a gesture. And if I want to create a digital intervention where I need a visual input, I might play or come up with these kind of ideas to further capture the attention or impart the information about this particular brand. And again, here I'm lucky that the Burberry has got this symbol where the man on the horse with the spear in his hand charging. So I just put or placed the virus symbol in front of that spear, as if like this person is chasing and killing that virus. So you can clearly see that how subtly we took that research material and understood those scenarios and narratives, and then we further amplify those narratives for a purpose. So that's how we take raw data and kind of analyze and organize the data. That's going to become food for thought. From there, the new narratives kind of emerge or take birth, and later those narratives become part of the brand or a brand vocabulary. Thanks for listening.